Alleged terrorism. Nnamdi Kanu explains how DSS made him give a confessional statement under duress. Nnamdi Kanu told the court he was threatened by DSS operatives to make a confessional statement after his 2015 arrest, claiming coercions and harsh detention conditions. A DSS witness insisted Kanu voluntarily wrote the statement, supported by video evidence, but Kanu's lawyer argued they were made under duress. Judge James Omotosho adjourned the case for written submission to determine if the statements were voluntary amid a rising political tension between Nigeria 2027 election. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, told the court on Wednesday, May 28, that he was threatened by operatives of the Department of State Service (DSS) to make a confessional statement after his 2015 arrest. The testimony came during a trial within a trial held at the Lagos State Special Offense Court in Ikeja to determine the voluntariness of his statements. DSS witness insists the statements were voluntary. The prosecutor, third witness, identified only as CCC, claimed Kanu voluntarily wrote his statements during several interviews between October and November 2015, the cable reported. The video recording of the interview and the copies of the statements were tendered as evidence. However, Kanu's lead counsel, Paul Orokoro, contested the validity of the statements, arguing they were made under duress, citing denial of legal access, threats of withheld bail, and the deprivation of a daily hour of fresh air for Kanu's health. Judge ordered further submission on statements voluntarily. Judge James Omotosho adjourns the case for the prosecution and defense to file a written submission by May 29. Vanguard reported. The court will then rule on whether the confessional statements were given voluntarily. Kanu describes a harsh detention condition, solitary confinement, and direct threats from a DSS assistant director to coercing compliance. The case marks a critical point in Kanu's ongoing legal battle amidst rising political tension ahead of Nigeria 2027 election. DSS denies keeping Nnamdi Kanu in a solitary confinement. Kanu, who is facing 7 counts of terrorism and treasonable felony, has been in DSS custody since 2021. At the resumed hearing at the Federal High Court in Abuja, a DSS witness identified only as a PWBBB testified under cross-examination by Kanu's legal team, led by former Attorney General Kanu Agabi Sam. Leadership reported. The operative insisted that solitary confinement is not a practice of the DSS, directly refuting allegations raised by Kanu's lawyer. The witness admitted to being an investigator but denied involvement in Kanu's handling or charging drafting.